and welcome to the third episode of the 2 News Oklahoma Cold Case podcast. Katie here again with senior anchor reporter Sharon Phillips, who's been working on these series. So I like every week just to talk about why cold cases are so important. And I listened to a million podcasts this weekend because that's just what I do anytime I'm in the car now. But it's so interesting to me how going back to these cases can really help families get closure. It can help investigators because these cases stick with them just like they do with the families. What have you noticed talking to like families and investigators going back when it's been so long since these cases have been gotten any attention?
They are so grateful because if you've seen some of the videos after the stories have aired, there are boxes and boxes of cold case files in some of the larger departments. And so for us to kind of revisit that case, knock the dust off of it, start reading the files again, it just shines a light on something that's been dead really for years. And for the investigators, that kind of gives them another tool. For the family, it gives them a little bit of hope. And I think for all of these families who've lost their loved ones, hope is what they're clinging to.
It really is. And just reading, I've read ahead some of the cases you've worked on and like the cold case investigators you've talked to with the Tulsa Sheriff's Department office. Corrected myself. Sorry, that's a news thing. So this week we're going to look at the case of Russell Roberts. And this one just struck me as so sad because so little was really known about him.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us what you did learn about him when you went out?
So Russell Roberts lived in Tulsa County, kind of farther out, and he lived alone. He lived in a not a rural neighborhood, but the houses are a little bit spaced out. And he was 45 years old, just kind of, not rich, just kind of living his life. We spoke with some neighbors and they said that he kind of kept to himself. He was nice, but they didn't really know a whole lot about him. And
which, that's pretty, I don't know most of my neighbors and I've lived in my neighborhood forever.
Yeah.
So
they kind of see him come and go.
Yeah. Like we wave, but it's not like we go and like hang out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He was just kind of kept to himself, but he seemed nice to the neighbors from what they could tell. So.
And we have some of the sound from one of the neighbors who actually, I guess, had lived in the neighborhood since she was little, and she didn't know him, but she knew part of his family. So let me pull that up for everybody.
I knew that he inherited money and that was about it. I didn't even know his mother. I just knew his grandmother because she was the neighbor there when my mom was a little girl.
And so as she mentioned, he'd inherited some money. And as we'll learn, that's part of what police thought could have been some of the motives. So he was found murdered in his home in 2000. What was the cause of death? Gunshot?
He was shot. He put up a really good fight. Investigators, do you want me to kind of give you the background?
Yeah, give us the background. Yeah.
So basically, Russell was friends with a neighbor down the street, and one day the neighbor hadn't seen him in a while, and so he decided to go check on Russell. And when he went over to his house, he found an open door, and that was a red flag right there. He went inside and found Russell laying in the living room, kind of near the hallway, covered in blood, and he was dead. And so the neighbor called 911. The sheriff's office came, and a deputy guessed he had been there for probably 12 to 14 hours.
Man.
And there was some strong evidence at the scene that Russell really put up a fight. Like, whoever was attacking him, he did everything he could to live.
Well, and this is one of the few cold cases when you shared photos with me that there were actually some crime scene photos. And you could really see he fought for his life, which just, it's sad anytime someone is murdered, but he was really putting up a fight, which just makes it more sad. And then just that he'd gone so long without anyone finding him, that just breaks my heart.
Yeah, he was... They determined that he ultimately died of a gunshot wound or several gunshot wounds, but he was in a massive fight before that, trying to save his life. And so, to this date, they have no idea who killed him. This is one of the cold cases for the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. And one of the theories that may have been a motive here in this case was that we learned that he had inherited a little bit of money prior to his death from his mother. And like so many of us, when you get something good that's happened to
when
you,
you're excited, yeah, you talk about it, which in this case could have been given someone a motive to go in and kill him and hopefully take, and in their mind, take the money.
Exactly. And so they don't know for sure if that's what happened, but they believe that's probably what happened. And so, you know, he's sharing his good fortune with neighbors and friends and probably anyone who would listen. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there were people out there who thought, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this person.
And there's money in that house, and I'm going to go. And even if they didn't know that he was there at the time when they found him, that we just know what it turned into.
Yeah. It's a sad deal.
It is really sad. And especially because so little's known about Russell now. I mean, since his mother had passed away and the neighbor didn't really know him. But, you know, cold cases are still so sad, especially for anyone, the victim, and even the same neighbor you talked to kind of touched on that a little bit when you were going back trying to figure out what happened to Russell. Let's listen to her sound.
It's sad. All cold cases are sad, you know, and I don't know the reasons behind it, but it's never good.
You know, and we tried so hard to get neighbors, you know, who knew him or who saw him, and that neighbor was so sweet. She didn't want to go on camera. They're fearful, you know, after something like that happens.
Yeah, because there's still no motive. Like, you don't know what's going to come back. Even 23 years later, I can still see that fear in them.
Yeah, and they lived, you know, fairly near his home, and so it was just, you know, like you said, it is sad because his mother had passed. We do know that his brother came later to claim the house and the contents and things like that. But yeah, there wasn't really a lot to learn from him except for what we know from the investigators.
And so with that in mind, we really want to make sure that we're getting his story out there. This piece aired last week on 2 News Oklahoma, so it's now on our website. It's on our app. We'll reshare this all again on our social media. That'll be the 2 News Oklahoma Facebook page, Sharon Phillips Facebook page, and we'll share what we have about Russell and share his photo. And maybe someone saw him, and maybe you heard him talking about his good fortune, or maybe you heard someone talking about what they did when they found it. Anything can help investigators. They really just want people to call. Like, even if it seems minute to you, it could be like something that triggers something for investigators.
A game changer. And we do have the number to the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office cold case unit on our website and in the story.
It's inside the story. So yeah, and if you go to our website, if you want to watch it there on your app or the website, you can just search KJRH Russell Roberts, and it will pop up if you Google. So thank you all for listening, and we will be back next week with another episode.